Hello everyone, Michael here, and welcome to episode 2, season 1 of the history of Britannic. So, let's do this. The Britannic, sister ship to the Titanic, sinks in the Aegean Sea in 1916, killing 30 people. More than 1,000 others were rescued. On November 21, the Britannic was on its way to pick up more wounded soldiers near the Gulf of Athens, when at 8:12 a.m., a violent explosion rocked the ship. Now, what sank the Britannic is a whole different story. Some people think that it was a sea mine which the Britannic hit, while other people, such as myself, think it was a U-boat, short for underwater boat, also the same as submarine. And the name of that submarine, people think, is U-73, part of the Imperial German Army. It shot out a torpedo at the Britannic at 8:12 a.m., which I myself think is quite actually cool. Right now, we're going to be taking a look at more of the Britannic's history, so we can go back to that cool-looking picture. In the wake of the Titanic disaster, on April 14th, 1912, the White Star Line made several modifications in the construction of its already planned sister ship. First, the name was changed from Gigantic to the Britannic, probably because it seemed more humble, and the design of the hull was altered to make it less vulnerable to icebergs. In addition, it was mandated that there be enough lifeboats to board to accommodate all passengers, which had not been the case with the Titanic. The nearly 500,000-ton luxury vessel, the largest in the world, was launched in 1914, but was requisited soon afterward by the British government to serve as a hospital ship during World War I. In this capacity, Captain Charlie Bartlett led the Britannic on 5 successful voyages, bringing wounded British troops back to England from various ports around the world. On November 21, the Britannic was on its way to pick up more wounded soldiers near the Gulf of Athens, when at 8 a.m. a violent explosion rocked the ship. Captain Bartlett ordered the closure of the watertight doors and set out a distress signal. However, the blast had already managed to flood 6 whole compartments, even more intensive damage than which had sunk the Titanic. Still, the Britannic had been prepared for such a disaster and would have stayed afloat except for 2 critical matters. First, Captain Bartlett decided to try and run the Britannic aground on the nearby island of Kea. This might have been successful, but earlier the ship's nursing staff had opened the portholes to air out the sick wards. Water poured in through the portholes as the Britannic headed towards Kea. Second, the disaster was compounded when some of the crew attempted to launch lifeboats without orders. Since the ship was still moving as fast as it could, the boats were sucked into the propellers, killing those on board. Soon, Captain Bartlett realized that the ship was going to sink and ordered it abandoned. The lifeboats were launched, and even though the Britannic sank at 9:07, less than an hour after the explosion, nearly 1,100 people managed to make it off the ship. In fact, most of the 30 people who died were in prematurely launched lifeboats. In 1976, famed ocean explorer Jacques Cousteau found the Britannic lying on its side 400 feet below the surface of the Aegean. The cause of the explosion remains unknown, but many believe that the Britannic hit a mine. But some other people, such as myself, think that it was a torpedo. Now to answer some questions. And that first question is going to be, why did the Britannic sink so fast? So here it is. The coal definitely helped Titanic to sink slower, but the main reasons Britannic sank so much quicker were that there were open portholes letting more water in, and that the hull was warped by the mine explosion, preventing some of the watertight doors from closing. The second question is, what is the largest ship in the world today? And because we all know, I mentioned this earlier in the episode, that the Britannic was the largest ship at the time. So today the biggest ship is the Seawise Giant. It's an oil tanker, originally smaller. Jumbostation made Seawise Giant the largest ship ever by length displacement, which is 657,019 tons, and deadweight tonnage, the largest and longest ships ever to be laid down per original plans. And the third and final question is, which ship rescued the Britannic survivors? Well, and the ship that did that was named the HMS Scourge. Several boats came to rescue the survivors, including the Scourge and Heroic. Despite the speed of its sinking, only 30 people were killed. More than 1,030 were saved. And in 1975, French ocean explorer Jacques Cousteau discovered the wreckage of the Britannic. So thank you everyone for watching this video, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave a view, leave a like, and I'll see you all in the next episode /video.